Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fakhrullah bin Muhammad Amran. This video is about my assignment 1, which is sundial for astronomy. History of sundial. First, ancient sundial. The sundials 1500 BC in ancient Egypt and ancient Babylonian astronomy are the earliest household clocks known from archaeological findings. On the territory of contemporary Russia, ancient analematic sundials from the same time and their prototype have been uncovered. Next, the ancient Chinese created a type of sundial around 800 BCE, and the sundials eventually evolved into quite advanced water clock by 1000 AD, and a compass was often built on top of the sundial during the Song dynasty. Apart from that, many of the principles and shapes of the sundial were created by the ancient Greeks. Anaximander of Miletus is thought to have introduced sundials to Greece in 560 BC. Greek sundials, according to Herodotus, were derived from their Babylonian equivalents. Theodosius of Bithynia, a mathematician and astronomer, is supposed to have constructed a worldwide sundial that could be used wherever on Earth. The Solarium Augusti, a typical nodus-based obelisk throwing a shadow on a planar palinquenon, was built by the Romans around 10 BC. The globe of Metallica is thought to have been part of a 1st or 2nd century Roman sundial. Since ancient time, people have used their shadows to measure time. Prasagora urged her husband to return when his shadow reached 10 feet in Aristophanes' comedy Assembly of Women. The Venerable Bede is said to have taught his followers how to tell time by reading the length of their shadows. Bede's main connection to sundial is that he advocated for the use of canonical sundials to determine prayer times. Next, medieval sundials. While timekeeping technology in Europe stalled or was lost during the medieval period, it advanced in the Islamic world owing to the Islamic Golden Age and the importance of knowing when to pray. In order to improve precision, they used algebra and trigonometry, the latter of which was invented by Persian mathematician, which is Al-Khwarizmi. During the Crusades, advanced technology and knowledge were brought back to Europe from the Islamic world. This includes advanced knowledge of sundials, including the 13th century writing of Abu Ali al-Hasan al-Marakushi regarding the use of specially curved sundial to produce equally sized unit of time. Giovanni Padovani, an Italian astronomer, produced a dissertation on the sundial in 1570 that provide directions for the productions and layout of vertical and horizontal sundial. Next, the dials of Giovanni Francesco Zarbula. In the towns near Riancan, Hautes Alpes, France, paint vertical declining dials. In just one French department, there are 400 paint dials from the 18th and 19th centuries. Giovanni Francesco Zarbula, the most famous sundial builder, constructed 100 of them between 1833 and 1881. Next, modern dialing. The Islamic Caliphate civilization and post-Renaissance Europeans inherit and further refine the Greek dials because the Greek dials were nodes based with straight hour lines. They indicate unbalanced hour that change with the seasons. Hence, hours were shorter in the winter and longer in the summer. In 1371, Abu al-Hasan ibn al-Shatir came up with the notion of employing hours of equal duration throughout the year. Based on early trigonometry discoveries by Muhammad ibn Jabir al-Han al-Bat al-Batani, his sundial is the world's earliest polar axis sundial, and a replica may still be seen on Madanat al-Urus, one of the Umayyad mosque minaret. Since at least 1446, the principle has been found in Western sundials. The oldest sundials in England is a 7th or early 8th century type dial built into the Bewcastle Cross in Cumbria. Lastly, 20th and 21st century dialing. The designer of Taipei 101, the world's first record-breaking skyscraper in the 21st century, carried on an ancient tradition. The tower, which was the world's highest when it first opened in Taiwan in 2004, stands over half a kilometer tall. The tower served as the inspiration for a massive horizontal sundial in an adjoining park. Sundial walking principle. The sun appears to travel across the sky as the earth revolves on its axis, casting a shadow on things. A gnomon or a single rod casts a shadow onto a platform marked with different hours in a sundial. The rod shadows shift as the sun's relative positions change throughout the day, reflecting the passage of time. If a sundial relies on the shadow of a rod, the observable movement of the sun changes every day due to the tilt of the earth axis. This can be explained in a variety of ways. The base platform of a horizontal sundial is kept ready while the gnomon is moved to reflect variations in the earth's axial tilt.